What's up, scalper? Good morning, Tamimi. Scalp we need is not that much today. Here's what it looks like. Let's see if we can get it. That'll be what we're going for on the PA account as well. Save had some bad news today. It's good for my call, or my covered call, but nothing else. Things getting smoked. We'll be all right. Yeah, but I need to make what I need to make, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'd rather use more contracts and need less ticks for take profit than less contracts and need more ticks. That's my standpoint on that. Uh, my take profit is actually going to be based on the 30% rule. So if you take on the 50K account, if you take on the 50K account, 2,600 is what you need to cash out. times that by 0.3, it leaves you 780. If you are risking 10 contracts, that would be $200 per point. So if you divide that by 200, it leaves you at 3.9 points to make 780. So since we can't make 30% on any given trade, you go down to the nearest tick, which would be 3.75. And then you times that by 4, it leaves you with 15 ticks. That's where I'm coming up with that. And then I'll put 15 ticks on the chart and see what it looks like. And if it's too much, then I won't do it. But if I think it's fine, that's what I'm going to use. Which today I think it's fine. Looks like we're going to have an obvious area for down. Up. I mean, there is a line here. I'd pay attention to that. Don't really like that, to be honest, but see. About 20 seconds here to decide. Alright, we're just gonna put it here and see what happens. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I much rather that move because there was so much more room down, where up, you just had that line of resistance and then you don't really know, it was already moving up, so you don't know where it's gonna go. If you get a move down, the odds are you're gonna come back down into those previous areas, which is exactly what we did, so it worked out. Looks like it would have worked this way too. I don't remember where our order was. I wouldn't have kept the order out there after this move down though, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, well, looks like we'll be funded on Monday. Get another evo. I'll wait for 90%. I'm gonna wait for 90% and then I'm probably gonna grab a bunch of them. Probably 4 of them. If Zishan was here, which I don't think he's gonna be here today, but if he was here and he paid up for the Ravens game last week, I would grab one, but if it hits the bands, I could just trade micros for fun. No, I'm not gonna do that. do need to pay a little bit of attention to my options as a save. Save had some news about JetBlue saying the merger might not happen or something. Charles Bosk Hamilton, my F1 fellow F1 driver. Thanks. I'm actually surprised I didn't think about doing this earlier. Just using the more contracts. It just makes sense. There's Ishan. I thought you weren't going to be here. Oh, well, you did say you'd try to stop into the stream. I just went back and read it. You guys should go look at the Instagram that I posted in the Discord. It's pretty crazy. They're talking about putting chips in cars or kill switches. If that's real, it's mind blowing. Waiting for your 1 o'clock meeting? You got a ways to wait. A little choppy. Chop, 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 chop. Oh, my nose. I just don't want to be sick anymore. You're sick too? Ugh. I'm using so many tissues, we ran out. Hey, Dom Dom, what's going on, man? You know, that was... I'm assuming you were here from Nutty Stream yesterday. I know you said Alpine, but... I don't know if you were there for Nutty Stream yesterday. That got way out of hand. But it makes sense why Alpine hasn't been talking to me lately. Did you see? It's supposed to be 71 degrees here in Maryland. I wonder what it's supposed to be on Sunday for the game. Let's see. Oh, it's supposed to cool back down and rain. Ugh. 46 degrees and rain. That probably favors us a little bit, though, for the Ravens, so I don't think I'm going to complain. But yeah, it's supposed to be 71 degrees today. Pretty crazy. Might actually open the windows and try to get some of this sickness out. So what are you up to, Dom Dom? It's always good to have a fresh face. I think he's more pissed about my video I posted last week about the Furu Gurus. To be completely honest, I made that video about like the patties and the ICTs, like the trades by Matt, like those. I made the video more based off of them, but unfortunately, Alpine and Nutty took it personally. But when you really break it down, I mean, they're doing the same thing. So, but Alpine makes money from trading. So I've never had anything against Alpine. Like he found a way to make money from trading these prop firms, and congrats to him. I've told him that many a times. But for some reason, he took that video personally. He never even talked to me about it. Just straight up started, basically just stopped talking to me. Essentially ghosted me. Took my mod away on his live stream, which I thought was funny. And then when I asked Nutty the question yesterday, I asked him how much he makes from affiliates. You know, he made a big deal about it. And he was like, I don't talk about that because it has nothing to do with my trading. And I was like, because he's always talking about, you know, you really want to go down that road, like with these other guys. And it's like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, like, the reason you sit around on stream all day is because of what you're making from affiliates. It's not because don't get me wrong. He can enjoy trading. We all enjoy trading. That's why we're here. We wouldn't be going through this agonizing pain that we call trading if we didn't love it. But that's not my point. My point is, you're not making a living from trading. And yes, I know he has a successful business. A lot of these people have other successful businesses, which is why they can stick around for so long. Same with Alpine. He has his DJing, right? But when you're sitting here and you are streaming all day, and you're going to basically tell everyone, hey, get 20 accounts. Hey, use my code. Like, that's fine. I'm all for that, right? Like, if you want to get the affiliate money, that's fine. Good for you. That's the hustle. But when it comes to you essentially selling this dream that, oh, I have 20 accounts and I have no problem paying for them monthly, or, you know, paying for all the lifetime fee, like whatever it is, that's all coming from the affiliate side of things. They have no problem just rolling through accounts to keep them going, where the normal person that's watching them, they're not getting affiliate money. So when they blow an account, it's going to come out of their savings account, not their affiliate money. And then if you knew how much that they're making from affiliates, it's disgusting. And that's why they don't tell you. Exactly. And that's all I was getting at. They claim transparency, but they're not being fully transparent. And when you bring up the affiliate stuff, they always dodge it. They always dodge it because they don't want you to know how much they're making. Which is, I mean, that's their choice. But don't say you're fully transparent. And that was the whole point of my video. And like Patty Whelan, Trades by Matt, all those guys, ICT actually came out and straight up said it at one point, so it's not really about him, I guess. Like he straight up said people were idiots for following him, signing up for his courses and stuff, and people still do it. So if he comes out and says that and you still do it, that's on you at that point. But for like Patty and them, he's saying he's the #1 day trader, etc. Like, but then he's not showing you everything behind the scenes. He's not showing you that he's probably making 7 figures from affiliates, right? So for him to be able to make, 30, 40 grand from trading, that's nothing compared to what he's making from affiliates. So the more that he can sell that he's making money from trading, the more people are going to follow him, use his code to sign up because they're following him. He's a personality, etc. So hopefully you guys just didn't get that ad. I just saw it popped up. I hit skipped. I didn't even know I could do that. It's okay. It said skipped. Well, fully transparent means fully transparent. If I come in and I'm like, hey, are you making money from trading or are you making money from affiliations? Like, why are you live streaming all day? Like, if I ask you those questions, you should have an answer. But to say I don't talk about that because it has nothing to do with my trading, that's dodging the question. Yeah, Alpine hides the opening trade. Nutty, well, Alpine hides it because he thinks they're going to get rid of it if too many people use it, which I don't think he's necessarily wrong, but they know he's doing it, and if they're paying him knowing that he's doing it, then so be it. If too many people start doing it, then oh well. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm not against that at all. I get what he's saying with that, but it's just whatever at this point. I mean, he showed it on his stream, and I never showed it on stream. And then he showed it a few times, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess he doesn't care that much anymore. But then he stopped again, so I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't have enough people watching me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But going back to when you said everything is subjective, they don't need to show it. You're right. But then don't say you're being fully transparent. That's my whole point. Don't sit here and say you're being transparent when you're not. Like, I have nothing against Nutty, and I respect his journey. I'm not like, I'm profitable since I started trading. I am overall, but I'm not rich. I didn't make $1 million. I didn't even make I haven't even made over $10,000 total. No, I'm not mad. What are you talking about? That's the thing. I could care less. They made it a much bigger deal than I was trying to make it. Yeah. See the thing on my screen where it says 5% giveaway every month? That's my affiliation money. I'm giving away 5% of my affiliation money every month to one of you. We have a Friday night live stream once a month after I get paid, and we just kind of chill, shoot the shit, and then I'm gonna give away. I give away 5% of the affiliation money that I made that month. Now, if they did that, it'd be some stupid number. I'll just tell you that up front. Yeah, but to Mimi, like we said too, like, they're not showing you that either. Like, they're not showing you all the evals and the off-stream trading. I mean, I think Nutty does, and I'm pretty sure Alpine does too. But again, it wasn't directed at just them. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they took it like I made that video just for them. It wasn't like I didn't make it just for them. I said that they somewhat fall into that category. That's all. What's up, Steve? Yep, I sure did. Yeah, they just happened to fall into the category of the video. I didn't point anybody out. I had no intentions of specifically naming anybody. By Monday? You mean on Monday? But to Mimi, see, this is the problem with this industry. We're in an industry where people are saying, "Look at what I'm doing; it works. Buy my course." Right? Like, that's the industry we're in. Would you want to buy? It's kind of like looking up reviews for an item that you buy on Amazon. Are you gonna buy an Amazon product that has 1 star, or are you gonna buy one that has 5 stars? How do you get those reviews? From people doing their due diligence and testing the product. So, in a sense, if somebody is selling a course and they have zero proof that they're actually profitable using what they're teaching in the course, why would you ever do that? It's the same thing. So if I'm going to follow you, so it's different. If you want to support Nutty or Alpine or ICT or Patty or Trace by Matt, it's fine. I have no problem with you supporting them as a person, as like a channel, as a trader, as anything. All I'm saying is, don't come out and say that you're being transparent if you're not. That's it. It's that simple. I don't think so. I'm not even arguing with Timmy. I think we're just having a conversation, but I think we're on similar pages, or I think we're in the same book, just maybe in a different chapter. I'm all for everyone using each other's codes. Like, it's way better than just signing up using Apex's code, right? You're helping somebody out, which is kind of the whole point. Right, exactly. And that's all I'm getting at. So don't call yourself the #1 day trader on YouTube when you have zero proof of that. That's all I'm saying. That's what that video was targeted through, or targeted for. Good morning, Mom. Yeah, my mom makes a great point. Think of how transparent the government claims to be when we, like, think of all the things that they're like, oh yeah, we tell you everything. And think of all the things that you know that we don't know because they don't want us to know. And that's the thing I posted from Instagram in my Discord about the kill switches on cars. Like, it's all about control. Everybody just wants control, power and control. Steve, back off. She likes Stifler's mom. Froggo, thank you. Oh man, that's actually a perfect point. And it brings me up to the stock traders as well. So Froggo said having zero risk is an edge. And it's so true. It's essentially like playing with house money. Like, so every time you blow an account, there's a reason people say, like the prop accounts, there's a reason that they say it's not a big deal. It's because they have all the affiliate money to just buy more. And that was my point. That's why the affiliate money matters so much, is because when you're getting so much affiliate money, you're paying for all the accounts that you're using to then produce the success that you're producing. And you basically have an endless bankroll to continue, to keep going. That's all I was getting at. You wouldn't sit here and stream every day if you weren't a profitable trader and not making money elsewhere. That's all I'm getting at. And it's just how it is. And like I was going to say, like Ross from Where You're Trading. And I'm not pointing him out specifically. It's just I know that like every year he does his little marketing thing where he does the $1,000 account where he tries to start with $1,000 and take it to 100K or whatever it is. Well, it's because he knows that during that he's going to get so many signups that every $1,000 account that he blows until the one that actually works and he gets to 100,000, it's not that big of a deal. But what he's trying to market is that you can start trading with just $1,000. And with that $1,000, you can go to $100,000. But you're marketing to people that only have $1,000, not $20,000 to try it 20 times. Does that make sense? I mean, that's what I'm getting at. And it's the same thing with these prop accounts. If you could sit here and just continuously buy evaluation accounts, knowing that when you blow it, there's people watching you that are just signing up for new accounts anyway, that you're just getting them for free essentially. And you just keep going until it works. And then you start to get into where you're making way more than just the evaluation accounts. I mean, I don't know where the volume came from this month. I don't know if it came from that video that I made, but with people using my code, I went way up this month. I mean, here, I asked about if I could show it, and he basically said that there's no reason people can't know, but I'm just gonna give you the rounded number, so that, and I don't want to like show it on stream just because I don't want to get in trouble. But I went from averaging, so my first month in August, I was, I'm just going to say around to, to be safe. I was around $220. September, I was around $150. October, I was around $340. November, I was around $380. December, I was right under $400. And then for some reason this month, I don't know if it was the video or whatnot, but it was after I posted the video, I started getting a pretty decent influx in volume for signups, and I am just over $1,600. So that's me. That's me with how many people are watching right now? 15 people, 14 people, 13 people. And I don't get that many views on my videos. It's the one that says this needs to stop. And the thumbnail is like me going like this and saying something about Furus. So if I'm making that, imagine what they're making. And I'm not, I'm not talking about Nutty and Alpine, but I am talking about Nutty and Alpine, but I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about the people that have courses, the people that are getting the big Apex affiliate money, like Patty and Trades by Mint. Why do you think they came from Top Step to Apex? You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't come here because they're the better. Well, Apex is the better prop firm, but they didn't come over because of that. They came over because they were willing to pay more than Top Step, guaranteed. Thank you, NASDAQ. Appreciate that. You're on account 1,000. We all have 75 eval accounts. But that's all I'm trying to say. If someone like me is making what I just told you, like, imagine what they're making. Steve, I said I'd use your code, but you never found it for me. I actually need a new code because now I've used Alpine and Nutties up until this point, but yesterday kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I need someone else's code to use. It's got to be easy so I can remember it. I'm just kidding, because I know getting a custom code is a pain in the ass. I should make a channel in the Discord where you just post your codes, so that way I can use your guys' codes. Well, I'm gonna need one for when I get the new evals and stuff, when it's 90% off. Dom, I appreciate it. And again, it wasn't my intention at all to like go in there and start trouble. It wasn't. I was hoping he'd answer me. I was hoping he'd answer me and prove me wrong. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And then there was a big ordeal about it. For anyone that wasn't there, I went in Nutty's stream yesterday after lunchtime. And I was just shooting the shit like I normally do with him. He doesn't really pay too much attention to me. But he made a comment. I don't even remember what the comment was, but it was directed towards me in the video. And I was like, oh, I guess he watched the video. So then I just straight up asked him. I was like, so how much did you make in affiliates so far this month? And then that's when he was like, oh, I don't talk about that because it has nothing to do with my trading. And I'm like, well, and then that's when he started. I actually left it alone at that point. I didn't say anything after that. And then he brought up the video. And then the chat started talking about it. And like I got roped into, I didn't get roped into talking about it. But I was going to stand my ground about it if it came up. But that wasn't my intention going in. And then it just, one thing led to another. And we ended up talking about it. And I was like, you're kind of proving my point. What am I getting on? What do you mean, Justin? No, I'm not, Tamimi. I actually, so he was doing the giveaway yesterday, and I went in there to be funny because I never win the giveaway. And I did the pound Apex thing, and I wasn't a mod anymore. I said that earlier, but yeah, that actually made me laugh. Tell me how to get one. Get GD. Oh, I see. Sean said get GDT on board. I think you just go into Apex. Like go to apextraderfunding.com, and then there's a thing, I think it says affiliate info, and you click on that, and I think you just sign up and it gives you a code. I don't think there's anything special about it. When can we get GDT to trade futures? He did for a while. That was how many years ago? Was that 2 years ago? to Mimi, he was kind of done with me. Alpine was using me as a brag bag, is what I would tell Fralgo. I used to call myself the brag bag. Warming up now. No, I would call him, or I would call myself the brag bag for him because he would only talk to me when he wanted to brag about stuff, which was fine. I mean, he would always say never to say anything, and I never did. I was kind of just being the brag bag for him, letting him get it all out, and then I guess when he didn't, or he found other people, I think he became friends with Nutty behind the scenes, and he found more value from Nutty, I guess, because they were trading viewers essentially. He stopped. I think GDT stopped because he was trying to trade them just like he was with the stocks. And if you remember, I tried doing that as well, and we have very similar strategies, and it doesn't work very well in futures. Because all it takes is that one, the one that just keeps going. What is Pharisee, Malik? I don't know what that means. What did you mean, Steve, by don't use his real name? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, 58 days and I'll be in the Caribbean. Excited for that. Me read the Bible? No thanks. I don't even read regular books. Oh, I called GDT by his real name. Gotcha. Pharisee, a member of the ancient Jewish sect, distinguished by strict observance of the traditional and written law, and commonly held to have pretensions to superior sanctity. A self-righteous person, a hypocrite. How am I being a hypocrite? Literally everything I've said, I've backed up. That probably is one of them. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm definitely not talking about religion. You're not going to get me into that. Politics, I'll say a couple things, but not much. But religion, no, I'm not talking about it. I just Googled it. I don't need to read the Bible. Just Googled it. It was right there. And I don't understand how I'm being a hypocrite. I would love to hear his argument on, his opinion on how that is the case. I'm gonna go get a drink. Come on, Zishan, pay up. Stop putting it off. Just do it. I paid Justin right away after I lost my mile run. Yeah, man. If it's so funny because I feel like this is our Super Bowl. I feel like this is our Super Bowl this Sunday. No, Dom, it's actually quite the reverse. I was really struggling with stocks at the beginning of last year through pretty much summertime, and that's when he had come over and he mentioned it to me. And so I grabbed an account while I was still trading stocks, and I actually, my very first eval I passed, and then I actually got to payout on my very first PA account, and I was like 3 days away from getting a payout, and I decided to just keep going and try to build a cushion. And it was just a big mess up. I had a stop loss in place on my orders while they were out, but my stop loss overlapped the other entry order. So it came up, filled me, and then immediately rejected, hit my stop loss, filled my other order, my other entry order, and then went straight back up and hit that stop loss because I had to leave it in there. I couldn't hit cancel orders because if I would have hit cancel orders, my stop loss order would have disappeared as well. So I didn't know that they were overlapping until it was too late because I hit them so fast. And I essentially got stopped out twice, and each stop out was for half the account. It was for $1,500 each. So I hit the trailing drawdown and I blew the account all in one shot. It was like in 30 seconds. I was so upset. Yeah, the key with the opening range trade, everyone's going to have their own take on it. I mean, you can do more contracts, less ticks. You can do less contracts, more ticks. Like if you think it's going to be a big move, like it's really how you interpret it. Like I'm pretty sure I don't trade it the same way that he does. It's just the idea of it. You're essentially using the volatility of that first candle, looking to make a profit off of it. I mean that's all the opening range trade is. How you do that is completely up to you. I'm pretty sure for the longest time, like when me and him were talking every day and showing each other the trade, that my trade was never the same as his. Sometimes he would get the long and I would get the short because I didn't put my orders where his were. And he never once like walked me through how he does his. He just simply showed me, or he told me like how many, like what take profit he was looking for as far as ticks and like how many contracts he was taking. But he never would tell me like exactly where he's putting his orders and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it has been around for a long time. It's dangerous, though. It's very risky. Knows, man. I just want people not to hide anything. This industry is so bad with that. That was the whole point of that video. That's the whole point. It was like half the reason I made my channel was to try to build my channel. But I never wanted to go the route that someone like iMan Trading went down, or like Kevin Avery back when he was doing it. Like they would straight up just call people out directly. Like I never wanted to go that route. And I never did. I had a chance to go that route at one point, and I didn't, because that's not what I wanted to be about. But I wanted people to find me and ask me questions, and I could tell them the truth about everything and go from there. And that was where that video came from. Like from inside me, if that makes sense. Which was it I remember watching it. But that's what I'm saying. Like he straight up just calls people out. Oh yeah, the exposing the moving averages secret fraud. Yeah, I remember watching that. How he was saying he wouldn't sell a course and take money from them, and then he did. Yeah. And that's kind of my point. Like, you have guys like that where they're worth calling out specifically, right? Because they're just straight up scamming. Like, they're trying to teach you something that they have no proof actually works, right? That's the worst. That's what this whole, like, you have these 18-year-olds coming in here saying they're veteran traders and they can teach you how to be a profitable trader. It's like, like, seriously? You have all these people that came in 2021, hit the buy button, and now they're all experts. You don't see a lot of them making money now, and the reason they're all selling courses and chat rooms and stuff like that is because they're not making money trading. And that's again, that's the whole point. That's where the transparency comes in. The reason they can sit there and keep trading and make it and only post their winners and make it look like they're making money is because of the money they're making from the people buying their courses, buying their chat room, etc. That's what's keeping them around, not trading itself. And that's what the video was intended for. And that was just my way of saying, hey, if you're going to use their code, I have a code too, and guess what? I'll give you a chance to get a lot of the money back. I mean, and I even said, like, if we start having like some crazy months, like, I'll bump it up to 10%. And I have no problem. Like, the money is there from the affiliates, which is nice, but at the same time, like, that's not why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how to make money from trading. It's always been that. Him and Nutty will collab? Yeah, not a chance. Could you imagine? After all they've been through? That would be hilarious. Patty cracks me up. I mean, Patty, I respect his grind. He is a pure entertainer. Not a chance he's profitable from trading, but he is an entertainer. And that's again, that's where the transparency bothers me, because he calls himself the #1 day trader on YouTube, but yet he's not. Monkey Man Trades? I don't know who that is. Let's see. Put the jersey away? Not a chance. How to trade just like Patrick Whelan in 2 minutes? Is that... Oh, I think I remember Alpine watching one of these videos on his stream one day. This jersey right here is going to be the reason we win Sunday. Bet you. As much as I hate to say there's going to be a lot of field goals, there's probably going to be a lot of field goals. I hope there's not. I hope he just kicks extra points all day. I hope he kicks 7 extra points. I hope he kicks 4 extra points. If he kicks 4 extra points, I don't see us losing. I don't see how we could lose. I don't see our defense giving up 28 points. I see the one about Patrick. That's the other thing too, man. It's like you can have... Oh, he just put a video out 2 days ago. And it says it has no views. He's got some videos with a lot of views, but it doesn't always transpire into subscribers. I actually thought it was funny. So while I was on Nutty's stream, Alpine was defending Nutty. And Alpine gets very defensive. Like, he's that guy where if you start talking about him at all, like, he gets very defensive really quickly. And he was getting very defensive in the chat. And then for some reason, Nutty was... Because I think that was when I had mentioned the Nutty, like, would you sit here and stream all day if you weren't getting the affiliate money? And Nutty kind of diverted the question to Alpine. Was like, why do you stream? He asked Alpine why he streams, and I just started laughing because I was like, yeah, Alpine, why do you stream? Because I knew the answer, and then he just didn't answer. I thought it was funny that Nutty kind of inadvertently threw Alpine under the bus there. This market sucks. We're just going sideways. Save is attempting to bounce a little bit. Yeah, I don't see a video where it's talking about Patty and Wheelan. I only see the one about Patty. He's got some weird videos. 710? Yeah, so 710 is actually what I'm going to be hopefully making on each trade. The reason is because if you take 30% of 2600, it's 780. And before commissions, I made 750. So if I went up another tick, I would make too much, right? Divided by 200, so 4 times 200. Yeah, it would be 800. So I can't go over 780 for 30%. So I got to go for 15 ticks. It's right here. A little hard to see, I guess. Right there. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, it's no big deal. It was 10. I came to the realization, if I'm essentially risking the account, even if I'm using 5 contracts, and I'm looking for the trade to work instantly, why not just use more contracts, less ticks, and I can make more that way. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to work anyway, right? So why not just push it as far as you can and just go for it? Now, if this works, how many times would it have to work? Let's see. 710, so 2600 divided by 710. It would need to work 4 times to get the payout. But you have to trade every day. So if we get to payout, I would probably go down or just start trying to trade just the bands or something like that until we get the payout. That would be the ideal scenario. I think too, like if I ever get into a situation like today, I didn't like the long, so I could just put the short out, and if it works, it works. If not, then I just don't take the trade that day. I think that's what I need to do. Be okay with not taking the trade, because I feel like I don't want to say every time I've lost, but most of the times I lose on that opening trade, it's because I put it where I don't feel comfortable putting it, and then I end up being proven right. These are Keltner bands for 4 standard deviations using the 13 EMA. It's what I found. If you back test it, every time you get a good move during market hours, like we finally had one yesterday. It's been a while. We were getting them all the time, but if we scroll back to yesterday, you'll see we did get one. We actually had 2. I wasn't here for this one though. But this one looks like it wouldn't have really worked. I mean, you did get that initial big pop, and if you had this line drawn like I did, you might actually have just taken it off there. I don't know if I would have taken the trade anyway. Oh, I don't know, because that's not where the red and green was. But anyways, let's find the trade itself. Here it was. So see how this candle is huge? Like, that's what I look for. I look for these big, giant candles into the bands. You almost always get a retrace to that middle line. So that's the trade. However, on this one, I knew that this was an eval and this wasn't the trade I was really focusing on. I was focusing on the opening trade. But we had this line drawn from here, from resistance, support, 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 resistance, 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 support. And so when we got over here, when it started to come back up, I was just front running that, knowing it would probably get used, which it did. It used it as resistance again. It came back down, but then it did end up getting up to that middle line. But a lot of the times when you see moves into these bands, you get a retracement to that middle line. And that's the idea behind it. But this is one instance where it didn't really work. Unless you got in on this one where it did hit it and got out here, you were fine. And then, I mean, even here, this was right before the bell, it looks like. But it didn't really get the bands. I'm really trying to focus on just trading it when it gets to the bands during market hours. After market, doesn't really seem to work Too much. Because the candles just don't have that volume that we're looking for. Big giant candle you like? I see you. So scalper, 30% is you can't make 30% of your profits on any one trade. It's part of Apex's rules. So if you're looking to cash out and your payout is $2,600, or like to get the $2,600, if you take 30% of that, it leaves you at $780. So you can't make more than $780 on any given trade. However, I think you can get around that if you're just trading normal. So like if you're somebody that trades, say 2 contracts, you take one off at a certain point and then you let one ride, and you do that every single time, and there's one trade where you just make a boatload, like they're not going to take that away from you because yeah, you made more than 30%, but it's part of your strategy. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for consistency. So as long as you're doing something consistently, they don't mind. But if you're doing something like trying to trade news and stuff like that, and you make over 30% on like a windfall type trade, like that's what they're trying to eliminate. Yes, Monday, GDT. I almost used your real name, but I forgot we're superheroes. No, I'm trading 10 now. I was trading 5. So the reason I was trading 5 is because I was using the stop loss. But I was essentially not using a stop loss now anyway. I was basically saying either it worked or it didn't. But I was going for so many ticks. I was going for 21, sometimes more, to try to make more with 5 contracts. And the reason is if you try to put a stop loss in, well, here, I'll just show you. So say I was looking for, we'll just say 15, and say I was putting the stop loss in for 15 as well, which doesn't really work. Well, I'll just put it higher because the whipsaw action of the open, it's too much. We'll just say 40. So if I wanted to go short and long, I could with 5 contracts because there, if you remember, on a 50K account, there's a 10 contract limit. Okay. So when you sign up, it says you only get 10 contracts. So if I wanted to go long and short, it lets me because I can put the stop out. But now, if I go up to 6 contracts, it won't let me because now it equals more here. So it won't even let me put the order out. However, if I get rid of the stop loss, I can go up to the max 10 because all I have out is a take profit, and it'll let me do both. So if I wasn't using a stop loss anyway, it didn't matter how many contracts I was using. If anything, I could use less contracts or more contracts, and I would need less ticks to get to where I want to be. So right now, if I use 10 contracts, I only need 15 ticks to make that little bit less than 30%. They call you Vesh. My stop is the account, essentially. I calculate risk by how much I pay for the account. Anyone that's trading these prop firms that are essentially, they look like they're gambling. I mean, I have this discussion with Steve all the time. These prop firms are $40 when they're 80% off, or well, they're $34 when they're 80% off. They are not $2,500, right? Everyone thinks you're risking $2,500 because that's what the drawdown is. No, you're risking $34. So when I get in this trade in this account, I'm trying to make $2,000 with a payout, risking at any given time $34. In my head, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, 100% accuracy. But I've proven that it works. Like I said, with my very first account, I did 5 contracts with 12 ticks, which means it took me 12 trades to pass the eval, and then 12 more to get to where I was. So that was 24 in a row. I had 24 in a row where it worked, and I was doing 5 contracts with 12 ticks. It's a very high win rate strat. The times that it doesn't work, it's just not going to work. But that's kind of my point, right? If you make it work and you get payouts on a $34 risk, you only need, so, well, it's not 34 if you get to the eval. So it would be, you're paying monthly plus 34. That's $120. So, my nose, man. So 2,000 divided by 120. You get the one payout. That's 16 times that you can have an eval and a PA account that you paid for monthly. That you would have a chance. You'd have to lose 16 accounts to break even, essentially, if you get one payout. If you go eval PA every single time. So you only need to work once in order to pay for 16 times. So now if you copy trade and you get it to work, say 3 times, now you're just way ahead. And that's essentially what Alpine's doing. If you're trading like this, always do the monthly fee. Always do the monthly fee. It makes no sense to do the lifetime, because if you do the lifetime, that's $140. That's what, an extra $55 you're paying, and you're still going to risk the account. You could take that $55, get another eval. You can almost pay for another monthly PA account. This Dayquil is not working. Maybe I'll go take some more. I've been trying to roll these covered calls, but it's not working. My pen put looks like it's going to work out. Keeps trying to come down, but I don't see that hitting 2250 by the end of the day. Good there. Probably put an alert on the price just in case. Oh, I have it if it goes below 23. Okay. Yeah, I love these questions though. Ask away. Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, and I'm not talking bad about Alpine. If anything, I think he's figured it out. Like, if you look at it from a perspective of you're risking the account every given trade or any given trade, then you don't worry about it. Like, you know that you're going to put an order out. If you get the fill, you have a very high probability chance of it working. And as long as it works so many times, you're going to get the payouts. If you don't, you reset and you keep going until you do. But at any given time, you're only risking one prop account. If you add up all the accounts that he's blown, like the actual money, he is so far out of the money, it's ridiculous. And so, I mean, so am I. So is Nutty. So is everyone that trades these prop firms. So Patty, Trace, all of them. Because every time you blow an account, say a 50K account, it's $2,500 red, right? You're not making that every single time. But every account you blow is $2,500. So if you go through, say, let's just say 100 accounts, $2,500, that's 250, or that's 25 grand, right? Am I not adding my zeros? 2,500 times 100. It's 250 grand. I thought it was 250. So that's $250,000 in the red if you go through 100 eval accounts, just eval accounts, right? And, well, I guess it don't matter when you blow it. I mean, you blow it, it's $2,500, and that's not including all the slippage. Like, we're just saying $2,500 because that's a trailing drawdown. But in most cases, you're losing more than that from the slippage if you actually look at the trade itself. That's kind of my point, is you're not actually losing 250 grand. What you're losing is if none of those went to PA, and those were all just eval accounts at 30 or 80% off, it's $3,400. So you didn't lose $250,000, you lost $3,400. But that's $3,400. So if you just get the payout twice, just the $2,000 payout twice, you paid for 100 evals at 80% off. And it's just I mean, and Unfortunately, that's what they want you to understand. They want you to gamble these accounts because they know most people aren't going to figure it out. But a lot of people also aren't going to be disciplined enough to only trade once a day. A lot of people are going to take that trade and then they're going to go, oh, this is easy. And then they're just going to keep trading. They're going to overtrade and then they're going to blow the accounts. It's just how it is. Yeah, other than Alpine not wanting to talk about his affiliates, I respect everything that he does. Like he's very straightforward. He tells you what he's doing. He's not trying to teach you anything. Like he's just showing you how he trades. And I mean, he doesn't really claim to be fully transparent anyway. I don't think he ever threw that out there. Nutty has. I mean, Nutty does. I mean, it's all over his thumbnail and title and stuff like that. Well, if you can afford to buy them all at once, then yeah, when the 90% comes around, it would be. But the problem is you got to be able to trade them all. That's the other thing. Like the copy trader, you know, every once in a while apparently has its issues, etc. I can't believe we made it back to green already. I gained a little bit of weight before I got sick from the holidays, and I'll say that getting sick, I lost most of it back. I haven't really eaten much. I'm actually starting to sweat. I don't want to open the windows. Wonder what's the temperature right now? 64. Yeah, I'm gonna open the windows. Crazy move. Man. Yeah. That would be nice. We're trying to sell, I think I said this before, we're trying to sell our rental. Look at all these green candles in a row. Crazy. See what happens though when we get close to these bands. I just pulled up Alpine Stream. He's got a board behind him that says Code Alpine. I mean, if that doesn't prove my point, I don't know what does. He had a good morning though, trading the PAs. That's what I'm saying. So if you go to his stream and you look at all those 303s, that's all the opening trade. And he's just copy trading. I'm gonna take another swig of Dayquil. I mean, there's definitely something to be said about the bands. It's just a matter of figuring that out moving forward. Finally got my hair cut yesterday. That felt amazing. 250K. Do you have like a set formula that you follow? Patrick Whelan has Tanja trades on his stream. Oh wait, like they're in the same room.
But you're still like nowhere in this. You're looking for a long.
Why did I buy it? Because I just got a nice short. I don't really like. I honestly take like 1 or 2 trades a session, and I was
so
pretty
like right
content
now it's almost
with
11.
happy.
You'd pretty much just be done for the day.
What time is it
away
right
with
now?
2 grand.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times with my first win's a win, I'm kind of like just happy with that. I'm not pushing the button more and more. But I mean, you went long. I don't know if I would have went long or not. I just got the short. No, probably not. I don't know. I didn't, so I didn't. That's it. But I don't think I'm still not bullish on the day too much. And if anything, we pulled that into a 15-minute fair value gap on DXY. We'll see how it reacts there. If anything, I'm sorry. I think
She's talking about fair value gaps. She's an ICT. Just want to be able to breathe normally. NAC. What is that? Let's see. Nacetyl? Acetylcysteine? It's definitely a sinus infection, what I have. Definitely no doubt about that. Gotcha. No, I haven't. Slam that door. Anybody got any good plans for the weekend besides watching the football games? Oh, speaking of Dave, let me show you something that Dave got me. So I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like it reminds me of the things on Survivor. If you ever watch that show, where it's like flint, and you can like start fires with it. Watch this. Here's what it looks like. It's like a rod. This is what has the stuff on it, and then you use this to go like this. That's pretty cool. We were taking lint from the dryer, and it lights it up like it's nothing. I got fire extinguishers. I'm one of those like over prepared dads. Yeah, you definitely could, and they fall to the ground too. They're pretty good, especially if you give it like a little scratch beforehand. It'll get a bunch of them, and then you hit it, and they all light. It's pretty cool. Oh man, I hope we light the Chiefs on fire. Looks like rain and 40 degrees GDT. That's what I'm seeing. Honestly, obviously it'll suck to be there, but at the same time, I think it would be good for the Ravens. Bad weather is typically a little better for us. Wow, Zishan. All right, you need to pay up. Coming in here with them fighting words, time to pay up. I was going to be nice and lenient. It's time to open the register. Hey, I mean, we could still do double or nothing. I'm down for that too. Oh, I don't know. I think in my description there's a PayPal thing. Honestly, I don't even know. Should still be there. I'd rather you do it that way because then I think it comes through and it's free, but I think it also comes through on the stream. Let me look before you do it. Favors? No, don't do the live stream. They take too much of it. Donate while I'm live. I think that's the right one. Yeah, just do that one. The donate while I'm live. It's in the description. Then it says PayPal or however you want to do it. Oh yeah, well here, let me see if it works first before you do it. I'll try it should work. I feel like I fixed this from last time. No, if it doesn't go through, you gotta send it twice. Here, let's see. Emulate, tip event. There. Yeah, it should work. I like how it's a pita. Man, I get the money from you for this, and then when I come to Texas to visit, you're gonna buy me Indian food too? Man, this is nice. really hope F1 racing is a lot closer this year. If it's not, I might be taking like a little break. Go back to like NASCAR and just some straight up GT Cup or something. I was just looking back at my McLaren hats. Talk the whole time. Let me get my Amex out. Get those airline points. Talk the whole time for what? Oh, yeah, because I'm so good at it, apparently. Oh, God. Wait, you can get the money from you for this, and then when I come to... Then when I... God damn it, Justin. Man, get the money from you... I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know... I see it now that you can clip. I didn't know you could do that. That's funny. Guess they're slowly trying to become like Twitch, which is good. Took them long enough. I did. I watched it. Gross, you say. This market never seems to amaze me. I feel like it did this yesterday too. It looked like it was going to have a down day, and then it ended up going up. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you see all of this all morning and not assume we're just going to keep making a downward move, and then this happens? And I will never try to guess what the overall market's going to do. Do we have any notable earnings today? Alright, let's see if I can pull out GDT trick. Click the link. I was like, I did! Let's see. Does it have to be recent? Can you go back on it? Oh, it'll let you go back, but you gotta like go way back. Okay. I like how if you hold it to the left, it picks up speed. That's funny. They took it. I'm just gonna put it here and see what happens. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see if I can pull out GDT trick. I'm like not even hungry. I might just not eat lunch. Get really on track. Making my banging chicken fingers for the game Sunday. Reminds me, I wonder if I have enough fries. I don't know if I do. I've been making my own chicken tenders and my own French fries. Oh, so good. And I know exactly what's in them. Tim is gay. Right. See, even the TTS worked. That's funny. Obviously, the Ravens don't suck, Zishan. Thanks for paying up. I know you're loyal, at least for the first payment. All right, GDT, you want to parlay this? Think I can run a mile in under 8 minutes while I'm sick? I'm trying to lose some more weight. So besides the potty training, like every puppy, Willow, the new dog, she has been amazing. She picks up on everything so fast. She follows Tucker around. Pretty amazing. She's been probably one of the best puppies I've ever had. She's got the hiccups. Zishan, if you ever come up here, man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you Indian from Chutney. We're gonna have an Indian food off. Yeah. Well, we're coming to Texas. It's one of our planned states this year. I just don't think we're gonna be near Houston. That's the problem. I told the wife I wanted to try to come that way, but it's kind of out of the way. Let me hold on. I like how it came through as Zishan's business. On my end, that's funny. Wonder how much of that I got. Let's see. Oh, did you do the extra that like 3616 so I got the amount for the eval? Because it told you how much would come out. Let's see. Yeah, because it gave me 3441. Is that? That's funny and very thoughtful of you. I just asked the wife if she's got the current map. She was planning it out. Make that register money brain. Oh, you never answered me about the 250K thing you were talking about. You said you make 250K per deal, which is about 3%. And I was asking 20K this month? How do you lose money? Just from not making sales? Oh, okay. Sounds good. I'm looking to get out of real estate. I mean, I like it, but right now I feel like everything's too high. My wife was like, no, don't have the map. I can make it when I get up from a nap. Just laid down. And I was like, quickly, what are the places you had planned? I'll map it myself. And then she just never responded. You'll have to wait. Replace Dallas with Houston. Here, you know what? Let me pull up the map because I can probably figure it out. Because I know we were doing stuff. She wanted to go. Where was that place that they had the that TV show on HGTV? I know she wanted to go there. Waco? Yeah, Waco. So I want to say we were coming west to east. Maybe it was, I don't think it was Austin. Maybe it was. I don't remember. I think she sent it in our chat before. Let me just pull that up. So. She said, Texas is so big. feel like I know she sent the map. Just have to find it. Da, 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 da. Dallas and Austin becoming like California. Well, that's not good. Wisconsin in January, February? No, no thanks. I don't even like Maryland in January and February. Except for today. It's 71 degrees. And the sun's out. It was supposed to rain all day today. But for some reason the rain didn't come. Not a chance. I know what the temperatures are like up there. When we visit up north, it'll be in the summer. I already told her that. I was like, all the northern states we're doing summertime. Or at least like fall. Oh, found it. Big Bend National Park. That was the first one. Big Bend National Park. Oh, wow. So that's all the way down there. That's like Mexico almost. I don't know if I want to be going down there. Then she's got us going to... It doesn't even have the city name. Looks like San Antonio. Yeah, it's got to be San Antonio. Yeah. San Antonio, then up through Austin, up through Waco, and then up to Fort Worth. With a random stop in... Oh, I gotta scroll in. I don't know what this is. $67. I have no idea, but there's something off of... What is this? Something off of 67 that she has this going. Dinosaur Valley State Park is probably what it is. And then Fort Worth. So how far is Austin from Houston? I feel like we already did this at one point. Austin, directions, Houston. That's not too bad. 2.5 hours. Then, in theory, we could go from San Antonio to Houston, and then from Houston back to Austin, and then up. It definitely happened. For some reason, I thought it was going to be longer. Maybe it was because of traffic when I checked. Yeah, I'm very much like 60, 70, 80 degrees. Anywhere between 60 and 80 degrees, I'm good. You start getting below that, it's cold. You start getting above that, it's hot. Or did you just... Debating on if I want to eat lunch or not. I am starting to get a little hungry. I know they're gonna get pizza tonight. I don't know if I want to do that. You know what? I'm gonna go make my creatine. I'm gonna start there. Be right back. Wow. Get my daughter to all the states by the time she's 16. Yeah. Did I show you the map thing that we bought? You'd probably really like it, actually. It sounds like you're literally doing what we're doing. Hold on. Did I tell you about that? Or show you a picture of it? We decided to start over with it. And Ohio was our first one. I don't know what map thing you have. Send me a picture of it. I'll tell you. Ours is like a big thing on the wall. And we take pictures inside each state. And then you put them on like the piece. And then it's like the entire, like each state has its own piece that you can pull off, put the pictures on, and put it back. Yeah. Ours is wooden. Wonder if I don't think I have a picture of it. Yeah, sounds very similar. I know I took a picture of it at some point. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Not fitting. That's what ours looks like. I didn't. Right now, we only have Ohio. Oh, we did Ohio. We were thinking about just taking a picture of the house, like from the outside with us in front of it, and just using that for Maryland. But Maryland's like the one state that you can't really fit like a normal picture in there. So we're trying to figure out what we wanted to do for it. So each one of these I Velcroed. They're individual pieces, so I can pull each one off. Then we can put the pictures on, and then I can just throw it back up there. Zishan, me and the wife actually plan to do that, like as a retirement thing. They have the one that travels the world. That's what we want to do. That one. Oh, just remove Callie. We're basically lost. Just leave us behind. We've actually been to Cali with I don't know, it's just the oldest. Nice, Yishan. Sounds real estate, man, is such a you need money to make money kind of thing. But if you got the money, you can make some money. Yeah, we went to San Francisco. San Francisco, and then that's the thing. We've already been to so many states, even with the kids, but we didn't have the map already, so we wanted to just start over, see what we can do with it. This time around, we're gonna focus more on like America itself, like national parks, stuff like that. Like I really want to go back to Death Valley. Like I really, and Yosemite, like all the places we went when we went out to my best friend's wedding at Lake Tahoe. We did Vegas, Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Death Valley, the dam, the Hoover Dam. We did like all that stuff. And I really, really, really want to go back to Death Valley. I found it so fascinating. Yosemite was really cool too. Yeah, Lake Tahoe was really nice. It was really nice. Lake Tahoe was really nice, and what's the vineyard that's out there? Drawing a blank. That was really, I don't even drink wine, but just that area in general was really nice. It's not Martha's. What's the what is the place I'm thinking of where all the vineyards are? Drawing a blank. Napa Valley. Thank you. Well, you didn't say it. I've thought of it, but yeah, Napa Valley. It's really nice there. You ever want to know who's having earnings soon? Just look at the premiums on some of these options. UPS, Kohl's, Starbucks, Clorox. Their premiums are crazy. The Atlantis, we did. We did with the kids. We did it on we took a cruise, and while we were there, we went to the Atlantis. It was a lot of fun. My oldest went down every single slide, which I was very surprised of. Don't ever look at how much the Atlantis costs if you go there just by itself. Do it on a cruise. This is stupid expensive. I remember finding out how expensive it was the very first time there was a poker tournament back when I was playing poker a lot. There was a tournament at the Atlantis, and I looked up how much it would cost to go there and possibly play in the tournament, and it cost more than the tournament itself just to go there and stay. For a week? Ugh. Jeez. Go ahead, tell us how much it cost. But it was quite a bit. For a week? Yeah, you gotta add a 0 to that, I bet. You probably spend $400 in a day there. Could. I'm not saying you should, but you definitely could. Yeah, I think you can. Just during their downtimes, probably. Hello. Right before the hurricane hit? Oh, yeah. Why can't you take a cruise? What did I say to make it a no-go? Cruises are great. I mean, it depends on the type of person you are. Like, there's different types of people. Some people like to keep it moving, and then some people like to go somewhere and just sit for a week. Cruises are definitely for the movers, because you're constantly at different places. You can do excursions at each place. Where if you just go to a resort for a week, you could just vegetate essentially. Which every once in a while I do like that, but I'm more of the I like visiting multiple places and doing the snorkeling and seeing the different beaches and different places, etc. Why? It's very laid back, very stress free if you ask me. And they take everything's taken care of. It's no different than going to a all inclusive resort. Oh, the people. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean there is a lot of people. I mean, if you want, you pay to go on like a higher end cruise, and there's not as many people, but you gotta pay more. I'm actually very curious because the Carnival one that we're going on in March, it's a new ship and it's a bigger ship. So I'm curious if because it's bigger. Hey, no, 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 no! Drop it! Drop it! No, no! Hello? No. Like I'm curious if it's since it is a bigger ship, if it's gonna spread the people out more, or if it's just gonna have more people and not feel like they're displaced. There, there's some other ships that I don't think it's that expensive because there are people that live on the ships. Like they're just old and retired, and they just live on the ships. 13K seems pretty expensive. I mean, because you can do 7-day cruises for, especially an inside cabin. I mean, you can find them for like 500 bucks, sometimes cheaper than that. Even a balcony is usually around 1,000 max if you book it early enough. So I mean, 1,000 every 7 days. You know, I mean, even after the fees and stuff. I mean, even if it was 2,000, I mean that's 8 to 10 grand. Like eight to 10 grand, not 13. That's for a balcony room. That, like I said, that's literally food, drink, place to stay. Like you're just there. Everything's taken care of. 13K? That sounds way too expensive. Where is it going? That might be part of it too. Galveston. Yeah. I think we used to look out of there, but we always end up going out of Florida with balcony. 13K seems pretty expensive. Sure you weren't were you looking at a suite? 800 for the week. Yeah, which is pretty good for a balcony. I think we paid, since we did it earlier, I think it was like 7 something. Just balcony. I don't know. That seems like too much. Oh, my nose.
Hey
This
guys,
is
what's
good.
going on? It's Henry back with another video. I'm super excited to show you some not so good results. And I mean, I'm kind of happy because this is good content to show you. I bought some options. Give you a little bit of a background. Why I decided to buy options this week is because I did grow my portfolio from 7K to 70K and then 100K to 700K by buying options. And I've started to buy some options again because I want to get a little bit more juicier, bigger returns. My living
9K? Now you got me interested in, like, I thought I hit, let's see, Carnival. I hit play on this song. Maybe it was like the time of year. Was it a certain day or a certain month? What month was it? Sale from Galveston, Texas. Duration 10 plus days during school months. All right. Let's just do, we'll go to 2025. Let's do March. No, we'll do February. I love how she just plops. They don't even have one. They only got 10 days. January, 11, 12 days, 14 days. Getting higher. Let's get rid of those. Let's do December 12. 12. Try 2025. 14. I've seen those longer ones, but I'm not seeing any. Seven days to 10 days? Okay. Well, I mean, even for, like, I'm looking at a 14-day one. It says from $1,400. Let me click on this. So, balcony 28. So, even that, like, if you took, let's just say, like, after fees and stuff, it was like $3,500. You times that by 2, you got a whole month. That's 3,500. That's $7,000. I don't know. I think, were you looking at one that was like super close in date, like it was about to happen? That could have been it too, because I know they get more expensive the closer they get to the date.
The expenses are a lot more here in Dubai, and I'm kind of looking to just make bigger results. And so far, it is not.
So maybe that's what it was.
But again, just because I'm having one bad week so far, I'm documenting this because I want to show you all the results. Just because I'm having one bad week so far is like saying, I went to the bar one time and I did not pick up a supermodel. Well, picking up a supermodel is not going to happen in one night, right? Or whatever the goal is, right?
Could pick up supermodel on one night.
Yeah, let's go to my total
She's my
return,
wife now.
go through my
Bitch.
portfolio,
No,
and just kind of go over some of the options that I bought recently, as well as my other positions. And I'll just kind of give you that life advice. That life advice for making money, growing your wealth, growing your portfolio. My other portfolio.
this is the guy I watch who trades options. I don't really watch him for advice, more so than just to see like what he's looking at.
-1.84%. But again, I mean, it's not.
What if Apex is paying for it? Why does it matter? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Use my code VALA. I'm telling you right now, if we ever get to 10,000 for a month, I'll do a 10,000 or 10%, which is $1,000 if we ever get there. Oh, I will. You heard it here. Take the receipt, Froggo. Flip it and save it. If we get to 10,000 for a month, I'll do 10% that month. And even if I did 5%, it's still $500. I mean, 10% is $1,000. I would never be there without you guys using the code anyway. So it's money. It's money I wouldn't have had. But it's the fact of the matter of the people, you know, they're already making that. They just don't want you to know it. Let's make it best. If you make it, I'll buy. What are you talking about? If I get the 10K for a month? If I get the 10K for a month, you'll buy me a 50K eval? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying if I do the 10% giveaway? Pretty nice down move here. Almost into the bands, right into green to red. Let's make a bet. What? How is it a bet? I mean, either I get there or I don't. I can't make it happen. I mean, I can do my best to make it happen, but I can't like make it happen. It's up to everybody that signs up. I think when the 90% does happen, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to end up with 6 accounts. And then I think every day I'm going to rotate 3 accounts. So that if I have one bad day, I can only blow up 3 accounts. I'm not going to copy trade all 6 of them. So I'll get them all to PAs. And then I'll copy trade 3 a day. So that way I would have to have consecutive bad days to blow all the accounts. I think that's a good plan. It's probably not a bad plan now, to be honest. Just do it with 1 account each. Maybe on Monday we'll see. Well, Monday I'm going to do the PA account, but maybe on Tuesday I could do that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get back to Henry.
Possible to win every single month. So I'm happy to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Henry and his
I wouldn't even call this
supermodels.
ugly. This is just, you know, a little bit subpar results so far in the first 25 days of the year. Can you believe it? We're almost 1 month into the year. If you're watching this in the future, hopefully gets value out of this video. I've only been trading for 10 years, so hopefully I can give you some advice and some
Henry's a bragger too. He does brag a lot.
Something I love too much is American Airlines. American Airlines, I love way too much. I'll show you why. I'm going to open up Yahoo Finance. I'm going to make this video a little bit longer so you guys can spend some more time with me because I've been rushing through my videos recently, but life is good again. Life is good. So I want to share with you guys my positive energy to pump you up so you can make more money because life is energy. All right, so let's go to American Airlines. $13.96. And you know what? I'm not even gonna have any editing on this video. I'm just gonna upload this video. No editing because, yeah, why do we need editing? We're just gonna be raw and transparent about everything. So,
there's that transparency
Airlines,
word.
5 years, I wasn't trading it 5 years ago, but at this point it was 2020. American Airlines has done nothing. So it's been the best option ever, best stock ever to trade options on. Cover calls, selling puts, etc. You know, I'm sorry if you, how do I say this? You guys are always looking for the next best thing, that shiny object. But honestly, American Airlines is that
It is
not
funny.
so shiny object
Yeah,
that
because he
makes lots
goes
of money.
back and
Like,
forth.
do you
I
really
mean, I
need to be
guess
shiny
you
to make
you
money?
have
No,
to
you
edit
don't.
to show the
American
screen.
Airlines, I have it expiring this
So
Friday
far, he
next
hasn't.
week.
I haven't seen any quick
Literally
cuts or
every single
anything
week,
yet.
every single month. By the way, there's something I don't like talk about this on the channel, is that you can do weekly trading and monthly trading on the same stock. So I always get this question like, which is better? Well, neither is actually better. It's more of a preference. So what I personally do is I do American Airlines 7 days out, 14 days out, 28 days out, 35 days out. You can do multiple different expiration days, and actually it's a good
You
thing.
don't have the windows
because
open.
you're
That airplane is
diversifying
loud as
across
crap.
multiple expiration dates. I mean, if there's a bad week, then all of your options will do bad, but not all of them will expire on that Friday. So it is a good thing to basically not have everything expire all at once. So anyways, American Airlines, like it a lot. Apple, I have the put credit spread 192.5. Net, I did a straddle. So this is a YOLO play. So honestly, I was thinking about starting an option
YOLO.
buying Discord because it can be very successful. But first of all, I'm not going to promote anything or start anything until I really prove to myself that I can do it again, because I did this back in 2020 and 2021. Now it's 2024, so it's been
2020 and 2021. You know, where you just hit buy on almost anything and it worked. Like, the amount of people. I know he's not one of them, but the amount of people that's where they got their start because of the GME, AMC, and all that crap. It's just.
time. It's not like I don't have the skill set, but you know, the market can be a little bit different. Maybe it's not an option buying market. So of course I want to experiment with my own money before I start to promote something and start a group and say, hey, let's start buying options. I want to first prove to myself that I can take this account to like 2 mil, because you know, it's kind of standing still. Granted, I am withdrawing money if I go to the past 1 year results. Yeah, they're not great, they're not bad. My return was much higher, but as of the start of this year, and because my last January was so good, I went from like 28% to like 16%. So like, it's kind of going down in terms of results. And yeah, I guess I just want to prove to myself that I can make like 200 grand here in the next 2 to 3 months, because that would be 10% of my portfolio. So 3 to 4% a month is good. It's especially good on a big sum of money. So yeah, that's kind of my goal.
It's
so
essentially the same person, just
did
talking about something different.
Because, well, let me show you why.
And instead of me being the brag bag, YouTube is the
Cloudflare,
brag
it
bag.
is a pretty volatile company, and here is the logic of why I did it. If I go to chart,
But this guy's using
and let's go to
big amounts of real money, so I do give him that. And he does show his trades. Like if you go watch him, like he doesn't show all of them, but he every once in a while he'll just upload some raw video of him doing a trade. It's pretty interesting to watch. But he's getting a ton of money from his Discord and website, etc. The channel is Invest with Henry. Just Invest with Henry. All separate words. And looks like it's going to expire worthless today. I was really hoping to get one of these rolled for save, but can't seem to get that to happen. Every once in a while, like the month prior versus the current month of my strike, the price will get very similar at the same strike price. So I'm putting it out to try to just get a $1 credit to roll it a month backwards, essentially. So from July to June. But so far, no such luck. One day, maybe it'll somebody will mistakenly hit the button. And we'll get a fill. It's just hard when you're rolling because you're opening and closing, so it has to find 2 trades instead of just one. I decided to make some grilled chicken. Bounced right off green to red. Willow, you gotta go outside, go potties. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that in your ear. Holy smokes, look at me. This was 10 years ago. That was when I lost like all the weight. I was probably I was either like 155, 160 in this picture. I still kind of look the same though. Well, I just have the goatee. No full beard. That's crazy. Can't believe that's what I look like. I mean, like I said, I still look the same, but I was pretty skinny then. The problem is, like, I don't know if you can see it. I still had that dang spare tire. And I basically had, like, that was the only fat left on me. Couldn't get rid of it. So frustrating. Buffalo Wild Wings is being sued for trying to pass off nuggets as boneless wings. The longest run of God, so Facebook Reels are annoying, man. They're so loud. 33 yards. Hey, pretty good run. Uh, let me get my food. Alright guys, I'm actually just gonna get out of here. I'm gonna eat in peace. I'm start preparing for the weekend. Maybe try to take a nap. I don't know. I still don't feel great. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll be back Monday morning with a funded account, so that's exciting. And you all have a good weekend. Go Ravens. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, all that stuff, I'll still be in the Discord, etc. I'm just gonna go hang out with my kiddo because he's home today. Still from the accident the other day. But I will see you all Monday morning. Peace out.
Bye.